We need to talk about something. Every time I post anything on social media in regards to being obedient to God and obedience being a manifestation of our faith, there's always the hero that comes into the comments to combat the idea. It's always, your teaching works based salvation. Obedience is optional. Obeying Christ is a choice. And to that I say, where on earth do you read that in the Bible? From Genesis to Revelation, the importance of obedience to God is mentioned over 1,000 times. Obedience is very important. It's very important to God. I would say it's God's love language. Jesus said in John 14 and John 15, if you love me, you'll do what I say. My genuine disciples will obey my words. You go back to the garden where it all began. I mean, I don't have to name any examples. I just go to the garden. Why did God banish Adam and Eve from his presence? What caused the fall of man? Disobedience. And so I sit here scratching my head how there's any Christian in the church who could believe that obedience is not important, that genuine faith is not evidenced in obedience to God. Why even argue this point? Why is there anyone out there that would come against this idea of the importance of obeying God as a testimony to your love for him, as a testimony of your faith in him? Why? And the only reason I can think that anybody would argue this is because they're not obeying God. They're not following his commands. And I think the thing that we need to understand is that no one is saying that we follow and obey God perfectly. I don't know if you do, but I struggle every single day. I don't wake up every day saying, I just want to obey God today. I mean, that's not my strongest desire. My strongest desire is to follow my flesh, but it's the Lord who helps me to follow his ways. It's his spirit that draws me, that convicts me, that instructs me, that teaches me, that is sanctifying me, refining me. But the reality is, I'm bent towards following my flesh. And so it's a fight, it's a struggle. It takes commitment and discipline and willpower, making choices. So no, I don't obey God perfectly. As I'm being sanctified, I obey him better every day, but it's a struggle, and it's gonna be a struggle until I take my last breath on this earth. But this whole idea that obedience doesn't matter and obedience is a choice, that's nonsense. It's foolishness. And I don't know where you could read from Genesis to Revelation and come away with this idea that the theme of obedience isn't important. I compare this idea when I think of my marriage. I think of marital faithfulness. And the reality is, it's just as important as my marriage is to my spouse, much more is my marriage to Christ. We are married to Christ if we are Christians. We are the bride of Christ. Marital faithfulness is highly important. Imagine if I wasn't committed to my wife, if I desired to go off and do other things that weren't good for my marriage, if I had eyes for other women, if I was taking my time and spending it doing things that weren't characteristic of a good husband, a good, loving, committed husband. How do you think my wife would do with that? She wouldn't be okay with it. And somehow we think, as Christians at times, that Jesus is just okay with us living crazy however we want to live, not committed, not faithful, not disciplined, not honest, not obedient, that we can run around on him, serve other idols. He's just, man, it's okay. That's a choice. We can do whatever we want. My friends, if you believe that, you are deceived. And I'm sitting here trying to tell you that obedience is critical. Yes, we are saved by grace through faith in Christ and what he did on that cross 2,000 years ago, by repenting and believing the gospel. But those who have truly repented, who have believed the gospel, who have been regenerated and given new hearts, are given new desires. And the desire is to obey the Lord. Not perfectly, but our desire is to obey the Lord. And it is not optional. Anybody telling you that obedience is optional is lying to you and is all in their flesh. And it's not biblical.